Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Sri Banerjee, core faculty for the College of Health Sciences and Public Policy at Walden University. And in this segment, I'm going to be going over something called graffiti. Now, graffiti is technically a form of deviance in that this is something that is not a social norm. And by many people, it's actually considered vandalism. So let's go ahead and get started here. This is an example of some graffiti that is quite developed. Now, personal experience with wall art. It's interesting. I wanted to understand this better, and so when I was in a behavioral unit, actually, there was some this was an activity that was encouraged. So this wasn't technically considered deviance. However, as I was doing the wall art, there was a certain sense of calmness that is developed while the wall art or graffiti is being created. This is something I did not appreciate and like others, dismissed it as vandalism. So as I was traveling into New York City, I wanted to get a depiction, an understanding of graffiti from the eyes of the artist who created the graffiti. Now notice I'm calling this individual an artist rather than somebody who causes crime and vandalism. I'll show you an example of this. For instance, upon close inspection, there's not too many messages going on. Seems like there is some art, which is interesting, where there's a sign which probably means something to certain groups. And there's some initials here to indicate a message. So there's multiple ways to look at this. It is a form of communication. Feel like you're a part of a group. For instance, I was telling you about the wall art on the brick that I had created, and it gave me a sense of calm. Similarly, these individuals who may engage in something more deviant might be expressing that in a way that is positive, and wall art may be or may have a positive impact. I'm going to show you a graffiti expression which is not so positive. So as I was going down into the subway, I noticed an area where the graffiti had been cleaned up. That actually made me even more curious, and so I took a picture of one picture and then another picture to zoom in. So this is an example of one picture, which I zoomed in and found later something to be true. So I zoomed in on the erased graffiti on the right. When I zoomed in, I found what was actually written and covered up, and this was a gang name known as the Crips, and there was an arrow showing where they potentially meet, and so this provided a communication level, a sophisticated level, which brought together deviant behavior, which may lead to worse crime. So here's examples of positive deviance, or positive effects of deviance, and then potentially negative impacts to society, where there's violence encouraged. So I hope this has provided you with a brief overview about how graffiti works. Thank you for listening.